Nathan Blake with the Attorney General's Office. We support this bill, applaud the legislature from taking action. You know, our office hears regularly from mobile home owners, some in this room, others from around the state. And while we appreciate that there are good actors in this space, the reason this bill is needed is to protect mobile home owners from the bad actors. There are provisions we don't like in the bill, there are provisions we don't think go far enough, but in the spirit of compromise, we are supportive of this bill because we believe it's a net win for mobile home owners at a time when they need it more than ever. Specifically, the provisions that bring mobile home owners into the same position as renters in a normal landlord-tenant relationship are completely commonsensical and should have been done years ago. If anything, given the ownership interest in their property, mobile home owners should have more protections than other tenants. One part of this bill that gives them more protections is requiring good cause to evict mobile home owners, and that makes total sense because it is so difficult, as we've heard, difficult and expensive for mobile home owners to move to another piece of land. This affords park owners plenty of protections. They just have to give one reason to evict. Ultimately, this bill provides more balance in a space that has been tilted unnecessarily toward landlords for too long. We're willing to work in good faith on fixes and language as this process moves forward. Thanks.
Thank you. We're next.
Kelsey Brackett. I am the at-large member of the Muscatine City Council, and I want to speak specifically to the park that we have there and the residents that I have spoken to. The people that broke down in tears as they have explained to me the new park ownership from out of state and the rent increases, the water charges that have been included in their rent previously, the bills for the water meters themselves, the bills that they have to then spend money on that they, these are people that are working 2 and 3 jobs just to barely make ends meet living in this park. And now they're having to replace pipes, repair water, frozen pipes, and things like that because the park has gone in and put plastic meters on their water lines, charged them above and beyond the retail rate of the water, and these people need protection. So that's why I'm in support of it. I think that there might be room for accommodation in there because I'm not anti-business. Being on the city council, I absolutely understand the need for business to be able to operate, and we don't want to have too much restriction in that way, but these people are vulnerable. They're being forced out of their homes. They are not able to move their homes, and nobody's willing to pick them up and move them for them in this particular case. So that might be a nice thing that happens around here, but not in all of the state. So I don't want to hurt Iowa companies, but I certainly, the companies that I'm seeing do this are not Iowa companies anyway. So
this is the original purchase of Midwest Country Estates. You can see they paid $17.4 million when it was assessed at only $2.5 million. So, and I understand speculators. They've got almost $13 million from Fannie Mae to protect affordable housing. Then the first thing that we knew to find out about them was this is the notice we got on our door saying our rent was going to go up to $500. They said our late fee will be $12 a day, which is illegal. And the whole thing wasn't done right, so it's illegal. So I want you to know the people that it's affecting. This is one of my neighbors, Tom. 60% of his income now goes just for housing, and he owns his own home. And we've still got rents going up in April, and then a year from April, and it's exactly 2 years that they spread out this $500 increase. It's no more than that. And that was just because of public pressure. It's just, these are the people who are getting hurt. That's why I got these pictures. And if anybody wants one, I've got a stack of them.
Just for clarity,
yep.
It said the base rent will be $500. What was it prior to the $500?
It was between $275 and $310.
Okay.
So it went up somewhere between 60 and 70%, depending on. This is from the original lease. If you see the highlighted part, on residents' use of premises, this has been changed after I posted it on Facebook. Residents shall not remove the home from home site without a prior written consent, which may be withheld for any reason and or no reason. This is why Division 4 is so important. Because these are out-of-state actors. 25% of the parks in Iowa are now owned by out-of-state actors. And I'm pretty sure these guys from Haven Park went to Frank Rolfe's University and learned how to do this. On Division 1, the no-fault eviction is happening right now in my park. A woman paid $62,000 for her home. It's a 2016 mobile home, and they refused to let her sign another lease. She went up and tried to pay her rent. They refused to let her pay her rent. They gave her no reason whatsoever. They said, nope, we're not taking it. Took her to court. The way the law says, the judge's hands are tied. You've got to be out. So she's wound up selling her home that she paid $62,000 for just a few years ago to $22,000 to another park. Lost $40,000.
Home, in my opinion, is a sanctuary. It's the most important, some of the most important things we have in life, where we can be ourselves. I saw yesterday a 73-year-old woman that her rent has gone up with the next rent increase to 63%, and she has $35 left over at the end of the month, where she's owned her home for 35 years. It's neat as a pin, and she's scared to death. Yesterday, as I was sitting there talking to her, that she's afraid to be evicted, and if she misses one rent payment. She had an expense of a thermostat that she's very thankful for, that it wasn't over the $35 to repair it. So these are real people, and I could sit here and talk to you of numerous situations like this if we had the time, of the people that I've met that need protections. I will tell you that there are a lot of good actors, and there's a lot of good actors here today that own mobile parks and really do it right. It's the people that are from out of state, in my opinion, coming in and buying these parks, and when it's right in smack dab in the middle of my community, I'm going to support them. So I appreciate you giving me the opportunity to speak today.